What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone is well and everyone is staying safe. So earlier this week I made a post on my social media about the liquidation of one of our stores. You see, for me, social media these days is like a highlight reel. It's the best of the best. People only post when they're looking their best, when they're on their most luxurious holiday, or when they've achieved something. So I wanted to show people something raw and real. I guess what this channel is always about as well. You know, it's about the struggles and the setbacks and how we overcome it as humans and what we take away from it. Okay, so you know, a little bit about our liquidation. So we have a store in Sydney, Australia. It's at Macquarie Shopping Centre, and we had to liquidate that 2 weeks ago. In my previous videos, we serve fresh wine. It's poke bowls. The Macquarie Centre is our first shopping centre site that we've done. Normally our model is CBD based, and yeah, COVID was kind of the last hit from it. And I wanted to make this video to tell you about the 4 main lessons that I learned from it. So number 1, not all success is going to be determined by winning. Okay, so it's about actually starting and actually trying and putting in the effort and giving it a go. Right, and I think the effort is a big thing, because when it's all said and done, you want to know that you put in 110%. For me, I flew up religiously week in, week out, sacrificed a lot of family time. I spent a lot of hours at the airport trying new things, because as I mentioned, what we did was we picked up our Poke CBD model and just assumed it was going to work in a shopping centre, and that definitely wasn't the case. So we spent a lot of time trying to tweak the menu, change new things, rearrange the store. We pumped quite a lot of money back in, but it just, again, you know, COVID was the last straw. So having said that, I think I can walk away from it, you know. Firstly, am I gutted? Absolutely, I am gutted. But am I disappointed in myself? Hell no. Okay, because I don't have that thought of, you know, I thought of regret, like what could have, should have, you know, what you could have done, because I was simply turned up each and every single day and I was there. Haven't tried, I believe you're already winning. You're already winning against the people that haven't even started at all or didn't put in the effort. So as I said, you know, when it's all said and done, our team showed up. You know, our head office is based in Melbourne. We had people fly up each and every single week. We were sending managers and everything. We tried every single thing, okay? But unfortunately, COVID was the last straw for us. So for me, I have no regrets. I think the last thing that would make you feel guilt was if we didn't show up, and if we didn't try and we just let things run the way they ran, we would have had that feeling. We would have walked out of there knowing, fuck, you know, what if we did this? What if we did that? Right, at least we know that I don't have to live with the what if. It's just, unfortunately, it's part of business. You know, business is similar to like a gamble. You're gambling and hoping things are going to work out. But it didn't. But again, it is what it is. My lesson number 2, your failures do not define you. It's merely just helps you build character, and it's about the lessons that you take away from it. So I don't see this failure as failure, right? What I see it as a lesson, as a setback. It's only made us grow stronger and it's made us more knowledgeable. I can already have a list of 100 things that we are going to do differently for when we come back. And I say when, right? This is not going to break me. It's not going to define me, right? I'm not going to live in the past. I'm going to take all of it and ensure that I implement all my learnings into the next step. I think a lot of people get caught up every time things hasn't quite worked out for them, or they failed and not succeeded on the things. I do believe a lot of people get caught up in that past and that past moment, and they just live in that moment. Before you know it, time's gone past. It's like 1 week, 1 month, and before you know, 1 year, 2 years has gone past, and you're still living with that, you know, with that sense of disappointment. Yeah, we all feel disappointed, but that's okay. It's natural to feel disappointed, right? But again, I think it's important to take the time to sit down and reflect, right? And reflect on that failure, all right, on why you didn't succeed, on why things didn't work out the way it did, and really take mental note of it, write it down, right, and implement those systems again and again until it sticks, until it works, right, until you succeed, right. Keep trying, keep redrawing in that playbook, you know. You're not going to get it on your first go. I mean, us humans, it's just like you don't learn to walk, talk, or eat on your first go, neither the second go, right? It's distilled in our humans to evolve and adapt. So that's okay, right? It's natural. So don't be down on yourself if you don't get it the first go, and don't be down on yourself so don't get it the second go, right? But as long as each and every single time you're still taking lessons away from it, from the mistakes that you made, right? Don't continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. If you know something didn't work, don't try that same thing again. Tweak it, right? Why didn't it work, right? Why didn't it work? You know, is a different clientele, you know? Do I need to position it differently, right? Do I need to market it differently? You know, as I said, I think it's just, don't see failure as massive disappointment, right? I want you to look at failure as a lesson, right? Take the time to really reflect back on the actions and dissect it, right? Make improvements and go again. Lesson number 3, take ownership of your mistakes. I see and hear this over and over again. When something doesn't go the way that you want it to go, people automatically like to point fingers because of this, because of that, because of this person, because of that. But sometimes, if it's your business, that's your responsibility. That's in your control, right? So take ownership of your mistakes. For us, unfortunately, it came at a costly mistake. We had some very large theft from within the company of some very huge numbers of money. But do I blame that on why we closed the store? Absolutely not, because at the end of the day, that's on us, right? That's on us for having loopholes in our system, which allowed that to happen. But then again, it relates back onto our lesson number 2, right? We learned from that. So now our finance system is stronger than ever. Okay, so unfortunately it did come at a costly expense, but now our finance systems is rock solid. And I think it is about taking ownership of it. Like we could easily just say we closed the store because of theft, but we know deep down is on us. You know, I believe that every business owner needs to take control and understand and seize all the ins and outs of their business and take responsibility for it. It's not up to the staff to take responsibility for your business. It's not up to the managers to take responsibility. It's really up to you, right? It's your business, your investment. It's your livelihood on the line. So it's important to take ownership and understand, again, where your mistakes were and where you're going to learn from next time. And number 4, right? I think it's the most important one of them all. Just never, ever give up. Just take the good with the bad, and we've got to keep moving forward. You know, there's no time to stop. We don't get younger, and life never gets easier. It only gets harder, if anything, right? We're only going to go stronger each and every single day, right? Because as I said before, life never gets easier. It only gets harder. We just learn how to deal with it better, because all those experience and lessons that we all learn along the way comes into play. That grit, that perseverance, right? You know, all that hard work, that discipline, you know, we only get better at that, right? So I guarantee anyone that's gone through a tough time right now, there are brighter days to come. Just keep moving forward, just keep trying, just get up and just keep moving forwards the way, okay? Just even if you need to take small steps, that's okay. Take small steps, but keep moving forward. And you see this money? It's just paper. It's just material, right? I mean, nobody wants to lose it, but we can always make more. Lessons and experience is priceless. For anyone out there that's gone through some struggle or gone through some setback, I want you to know that it's okay, right? Because 95% of the shit you see in social media is all bullshit anyway, okay? It's okay. We're all gonna have struggles and setbacks. Just make sure you put in the effort, you put in the time, right? You learn from your mistakes, you take ownership of your mistakes, and just never give up. Stay relentless.